Welcome to another edition of the Lone Star Review. I'm Jesse Williams, and here is this week's story. On September 20th, the San Marcos City Council voted on whether to allow a new proposed HEB to be built at the intersection of Hunter Road and Wonder World Drive. 3 council members walked out before the vote on the location. The other 3, along with the city's mayor, who is not seeking re-election this November, voted in support of the new location, making it a 4-3 final vote in favor. The vote saw Mayor Daniel Guerrero voting in support, Lisa Pruitt, Jane Houston, and Melissa Derrick opposing, with Jude Prather, John Tomatis, and Scott Gregson supporting. The proposed location came under fire for numerous reasons to include the parkland nearby, Purgatory Creek drainage, Edwards Aquifer recharge zone, and the traffic that currently takes place on Wonder World Drive. Proponents and HEB claimed that the store was going to address some of those issues during its construction. The issue was also fueled by the fact that HEB also owns land in other areas of San Marcos, to include McCarty Lane. The company has not stated a proposed start date for construction, as they were not sure if they were able to go forward with the proposed location beforehand. The Hays County Commissioners Court approved a 2017 fiscal year budget of roughly $179 million, and with that budget set the tax rate of 46 cents per $100 of valuation during the September 20th meeting. Like most government agencies, the county fiscal year begins October 1st each year, and by law, the budget and tax rate must be set by September 30th of the previous fiscal year. This is not the only tax Hays County residents can face, as there are other taxes such as school, city, and special district taxes which set their own tax rates. The budget includes 31 new full-time positions, $1.1 million to replace 23 fully equipped law enforcement vehicles, $1 million for replacing transportation department heavy equipment, and $1.5 million for a new early warning system for low water crossing. The latter of the group considered necessary for the communities after the 2015 floods. The budget does not come without any scrutiny, as Sam Brannon wrote to the San Marcos Daily Record back in May that, quote, at the end of 2015, Hays County carried $386 million in debt, according to the 2015 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. It's a public service announcement from the Lone Star Review. With the change in season, we will see an increase of rainfall, which means possible flooding throughout the rest of the year. We recommend you keep a spare set of batteries, flashlight, and radio on hand in case the power goes out and landlines are not available. Even with cell phones, you might not be able to reach the outside world. These devices will come in handy in case of an emergency. A public service announcement from the Lone Star Review. Cape's Dam of San Marcos is back in the spotlight after an update in the situation was brought up at the City Council meeting in August. The dam is still in the process of receiving the official permits for removal. In March 2014, the City of San Marcos asked Tom Hardy, Chief Science Officer at the Meadow Center, to conduct an assessment of rebuilding the dam. Hardy recently stated, permits were expected to go really fast, but it takes a while. It has nothing to do with the controversy, it is just a systematic time. You can't make the engineer group go faster than what they are going to go. They have other projects they also have to work on. The city's plan to remove the dam is under fire from both environmentalists and business owners, which claim to rely on the dam's presence in order to stay in operation. This is Jesse Williams with another public service announcement from the Lone Star Review. Just a friendly reminder that San Marcos is a hands-free city. Hands-free means that while you're driving, you're not talking on your cell phone while using your hands to hold the cell phone. This is done to help maintain safer highways and lower the chance of an accident while you're driving. We recommend you use a Bluetooth headset or use a Bluetooth or auxiliary cord to your car stereo. A public service announcement from the Lone Star Review. This week, Texas has run to the Supreme Court with the voter ID law, but it won't matter in this election as the lower court's rulings will remain in force, ordering Texas to not turn away voters who lack ID. The state of Texas took to the Supreme Court on Friday the 23rd to start looking over its voter ID law after several legal challenges stripped the law of much of its effectiveness. Officials for the state filed a formal appeal which asked the justices to review a July ruling in a lower court that found the law had a discriminatory effect on minority voters. The outcome of the law was found to have violated the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Since it can take months for the SCOTUS to even accept a single case, it means that the summer ruling still stands and a lower court judge's orders to be implemented ahead of Election Day and will remain in full force. In August, U.S. District Court Nelva Gonzalez Ramos ordered Texas institute policies prior to the election to ensure no citizen who lacks ID is turned away from the polls. The policy options include allowing voters to sign an affidavit attesting to their identity. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton on Friday repeated what he and many Republican politicians insist is true about voter ID laws, that they are necessary to keep people from committing voter fraud. Lone Star Review checked into the instances of voter fraud taking place and found that the following from multiple outlets and feel that this quote from the Brennan Center sums it up the best. The Brennan Center's ongoing examination of voter fraud claims reveal that voter fraud is very rare. Voter impersonation is nearly non-existent, and much of the problems associated with alleged fraud in elections relates to unintentional mistakes by voters or election administrators. Lone Star Review would also like to note that there is a major difference between voter fraud and election fraud, in which the latter is a case where the voter doesn't commit the crime, but the election holder does. And for our final update, the Texas State Bobcats lost their homecoming game this week to the University of Houston Cougars, 64-3, putting Houston at 4-0 and Texas State at 1-2. That is it for Lone Star Review. If you want to check out more of our videos, let's come over here and check us out. We have other work you can check out. If you want more information about the articles we talked about today, you can check the links down below. And we hope you come back to see more of our footage.